I still can't believe what that Almeidrea did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry.
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almeidrea who did it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Dahnan mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of...
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm...
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours.
Ah.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
I wonder if something happened.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almeidrea fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
We should be able to cook here.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dahnans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidrea. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now, this is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess
I took a look around inside the ship just in case.
Thanks, I appreciate.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different, though. I bet my old...
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I keep going over his words, and heck, sometimes but no matter how much I play it back. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that... I feel like such a
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he... Like, I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her.
And that's exactly what you did, Law.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure our...
Sounds like a deal.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus.
It's safe to assume they know everything. Perhaps they see what's been happening as
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. And to amass such energy.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the Crown contest. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster, and no one could have foreseen that something like the Hall...
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain, in that respect at least.
It's reassuring to hear.
I worry that the only reason I never...
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past...
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree.
If that's so, why else would you turn your back on your own kind?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that...
What Deadheim did to that city? Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan...
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond... I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay,
Not good enough for you?
are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I...
You don't look so good. You alright?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even...
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Nia. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in...
You mean Deadheim.
The whole reason I started fighting back was... But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right.
Exactly.
That said, even putting aside battle, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300... I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes.
To hear Bayfon tell it.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And then,
Who, me?
you and Shion.
I'm not sure.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it.
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too.
Us, too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know.
Yeah. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadheim. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But...
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know though, maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Xion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Xion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. but then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it.
We don't know that she was only getting materials.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too?
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll...
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last.
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide.
Yeah.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out. Engage! Go away! Fire dragon form! I'll punch that gun out of your hand! Bring them down! That freaking does it!
I'm on a roll. Glacial Spear. Here's evil.
Eternal Devastation! Listen! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I never miss.
Destroy! It's over!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Get lost!
I'll do one, eh?
In here!
Burn it up! Take this!
Fire support!
You think that shield will save you?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Oh, magic! Radiant Clear Blade!
Eat this! It's almost too strong! Then I'll split it open! Be my guest! Miniature here and there!
Here's evil! Here's
Megasonic Thrust!
Eat that in your dreams!
Eternal Devastation!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Got it!
No choice! Dragon! Dragon Shell!
I'll heal you
Crush!
all!
Telling Sword! Here!
These ones can run rings around us!
I'm on! Megasonic Thrust!
Here!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! It's humbling to me! Eat dirt! Radiant Prayer! Megasonic Thrust! Carve through armor!
Crazy Tyrion! I can handle it! Reload!
Eternal Devastation! More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm ready for the next battle! went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
In a bind?
Glacier Spear! Piercing cascade!
No shield can stand up to these
Never
fists.
miss! Lightning attack! Radiant Dragon attack! Dragon Flame!
We're not dead! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning Condemn!
An astral light?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! Not today!
I'm out of ammo! In here! Healing Circle!
Megasonic Thrust!
I'm all stopped up!
Miss him! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Gotta break through! Now you'll learn!
Now you see what I can do!
I'm ready! Not in your dream!
No further! A showdown between blade and fist!
Not today!
Here goes Lightning Condemn! Thunder
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm!
Watch it!
Light Action!
Dragon Sword! Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Barely a blip on our radar. Finally.
What is it?
I found an ingredient for that new recipe.
Little help! This one's mine!
Try harder! Eternal Devastation! Crush! I won't show you any mercy! Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Here I come! Megasonic Thrust!
Smash you!
My shield! Eternal...
Nothing gets by me!
I'm on it! Denied! That's enough!
Nicely done.
Gotta break through! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Pay for what you did!
Got you now!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Radiant Pierce! Eat this! Not in your dreams! Lightning Condemn! Reload! Alarm Watson!
Ready to
Eternal
wreck!
Devastation!
Armor won't save you!
Crush! Pierce!
Rip and tear! Now I'm in the groove!
You're mine!
Flame of
Dragon
Fury!
Swarm!
Burning Strike!
Piercing! Megasonic Thrust!
No further!
I can handle it!
It's on!
Can't be still! Why would I
Ignite! Back!
I never miss!
Eagle Fly!
Eternal devastation! Into the shadows! Do it! Megasonic chill! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Armor won't save you!
Use the arc!
Eternal devastation!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
I'm on! Try harder!
In here!
You're mine! Thanks! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! I'm on! Eat dirt! You're done! You're mine!
Now!
You require...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's refrain from losing.
Out of our way!
No further!
Far enough! Annihilation! They really don't give up, do they? Let's do it! Here's a healing arm!
Now you see what I can do!
First aid!
Try harder!
You alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay! Eternal devastation!
Who cares? I'll heal you all!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you back from death to death. Where are you going?
Try harder! That's my turn!
I'll bring you back from death to this.
Eat dirt! Dragon Chill! Megasonic Thrust!
Will this help? I still have the
Dragon
sight
Swarm!
I may have bit off more than I could
Stay away
chew.
from my friends!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Raging Storm! Searing Storm! And that's my will!
This!
Bullseye!
Eternal devastation!
Swallow Dare!
Megasonic Thrust!
Eagle Assault! Raging Cascade! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire! Radiant Pierce! I'm out of ammo! I'm on a roll now! Here goes!
Eternal devastation!
Eagle Assault! Talon Hurricane! Lightning Orb!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that! Damn it!
That armor won't save you!
Here I go! Shining Supernova!
Eternal devastation! I'll finish you here and now! It's over!
Now!
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
It was a close thing. And thus our strength yet... grows.
get out of this! Burn up! Talon Storm! This one's all mine! Burn! I'm on a roll! Eagle Fire! I'm just getting started! Dragon System! One more! You're mine! Here! It's over!
In here! I'll be saving the healing circle! Anything in order is all mine! Laser Spear! Pierce Eagle!
Megasonic Blow! Dragon Swarm!
Looks like we won. These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
No backing down! I see one, eh? Now you see what I can do! My shield?
More relaxing! You'll have no mercy!
We're not dead! In an instant! Impact block! Flying freeze! Why can't they just sit still? Innovatia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Eternal devastation!
Far enough! I never miss!
An astral arc?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Arc Steel!
Dragon Swarm!
Now on my watch!
Will ya? You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! You're finished! He's in! Attack time!
Thunderblade!
These fists have got your name on them! Dragon Swarm!
Here I go!
Talon Hurricane! Will ya? Eagle Fire! Crumble! Here! Talon Storm! On your knees! I'll keep you ready! All right, here you go! Take it out!
Will this help?
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
Rip and tear! Can't get out of this!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Annihilation!
Burning! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almeidria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almeidria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almeidria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almeidria.
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Bring him down! I can carve through.
I'm not getting struck. Now!
Release!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be. That equipment should come in handy.
No backing down! You got spirit! Here!
Radiant, take my revenge on you!
Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Dragon Swarm! All yours! This one's all mine! Eat this! Now or never! An astral arts?
That's my cue! Far enough!
Shut him down! Your mom!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shionne.
I won't forgive you!
Megasonic thrust! I see one, eh? Dragon Swarm! Eternal devastation! Take down their defenses! On my lord! Crush! Eat this! Megasonic thrust! Here! Talon Storm!
Raging Storm!
Crush! I'm on! Dragon Swarm! We did it! You got him! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Glacial Spear!
Pierce Eagle! Raging Laser!
Hurricane Thrust! Here! This one's all mine! Crush! Not today!
Talon Hurricane!
Rip and tear! Dragon Swarm!
Ready to go!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Now!
First strike! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny... That's no order.
Man, now we're not. I hope I live long enough to regret this. In a vine?
Here!
I'll smash you! My shield! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
There's always room for improvement.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Hi, Hoodle! Ignite!
In the wind! Sleep now!
Eagle Hurricane!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
More where that came from!
Everyone hanging in there?
No choice! Now you burn!
Attack time!
You're mine!
Here!
Will this help? Dragon fire support! I'm going in!
Champion, take it!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Now we're not... Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here I go! Help this! We naturalists!
Pierce!
Can't get out of this!
Crush! Pierce! Dragon Sword! We're not finished!
Eat this!
You're mine!
Eagle
You're
Fly!
finished!
Tempest! Graviton! Field! Confiscated!
You picked the wrong fight!
Thunder Dragon!
Megasonic Thrust!
Gemini Ultra!
Now!
Annihilation!
Eternal Devastation!
Where are you going?
Now you see what I can do!
Take this!
Here, let me
You're
help.
finished!
First aid!
Powered Hurricane!
Raging Storm! I'm ready for the next battle.
What's this thing?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Annihilation!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here, let me help.
Dragon Sword! Megasonic Thrust! It's over! What did you do? Do as I say!
Gemini Ultra!
Eat
this! Not in your dreams!
Try harder!
Leave the charges to me! Now you see what I can do!
Far enough! Cover the healing circle! Lightning
I owe you one! Not done! Eternal Devastation!
Raging!
Ignite! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Here, let me help. Lightning done! Luna blast! And where are you going?
Can't get out of this!
Will this help?
Watch this!
Dragon Swarm!
That
In here!
Eternal devastation!
Will this help?
That freaking does it!
Healing circle!
That freaking does it!
I'll be
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Luna blast! I'm all stuffed up!
I'm ready!
Here's a healer!
Go away! On your knees!
armor won't save you!
Take confiscated! One more! Can't be far enough! Radiant light!
Burn!
Here!
Swallow dance! I'll finish you! Dragon Swarm!
Talon
Eternal devastation!
This one!
Take this!
Here, let me help! Here's the
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Eternal devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! Where are you going? Lightning orb! Talon storm! Lightning condemned! Here, let me help! Ready to go!
Here and now! Eagle
Here's a
Guard!
healing art!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Aid! Bullseye! Lightning condemned!
I'm on it!
Thunder blade!
Now I'm real mad!
Eternal
Here's a
devastation!
healing art!
Eagle Assault! I'm ready!
My turn!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dragon! I'm just
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Eagle Assault!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Freaking does it! Far enough! Damn it! Do it!
In an instant!
Impact block!
Will this help?
Now!
Glimmer Dragon!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Eagle
Megasonic thrust!
Now! I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn. Guess we better be extra careful.
Right, here
Let me
goes!
help. I can't heal you forever.
Not on my watch! You're done!
Talon Storm! Try harder! My turn!
Shoot them out of the
Take
sky!
this! Armor won't save you!
No further! Aim for the weak
Radiant
spot!
Storm!
Burn!
Annihilation! I'm ready for
Stop! Eternal devastation!
Where are you going?
Here!
Eagle! I'll finish you here and now! Go get it!
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
Coyote Walk.
Dance in the wind! Grab it here! I'll be dragon! I can handle it!
It's weakened.
Denied!
This ends now! Eternal devastation!
Weak now!
Dragon Swarm!
More for the stockpile! Glacial
The enemy wields
Here's
arts
evil.
too.
You'll soon see about that.
Eternal devastation!
Not on my watch! Downfall! Searing flame!
Not today!
Raging Storm!
Carve through! I'll finish you here and now!
Dragon Swarm!
Whirl!
Big blast! In a vine!
Lightning to death!
I'll end you!
Eternal devastation! Here!
Into the shadows!
Dragon Swarm!
Hit the wall! I'm on a roll now! By the power of one! Raging ready to go! Gemini Aqua! Annihilation! Dragon Shell!
This one's all mine!
good thing come to an end.
Dance in the wind! Eat this!
Shattering net!
Lightning condemned!
Hurricane thrust!
I'm on
Searing gale! Coming quick!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Step back! This one's all law!
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Dan. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind.
Right. To that woman, life itself...